and welcome to the 2012 season of Electric Football. As always,
I'm Steve Brown.
he's Steve Brown, and
That hasn't changed.
And I'm usually Stuart Pace, depending on the mood. And we're here, as always, to talk about the NFL season with you, our millions of viewers that watch the show.
We're here, let's see if I can point the right way, at the Cosmo Club.
Yes, if you look right here,
There it is.
at the fabulous Cosmos Club here in Fair Lawn, New Jersey. If you're ever in town and you're Italian, you're welcome to come.
And if you're Irish, stay the hell away.
Yeah, don't come. So anyway, we're going to start with the AFC East. What we usually do is talk about how we think the teams are going to finish in their division. So do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
Sure. How and why they're going to finish that way. I think, clearly this year, as every year recently, it's the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason to think anything's going to change. They were one Wes Welker drop or one Tom Brady bad throw, if you happen to be a Wes Welker fan,
Mm-hmm.
away from winning that Super Bowl. It's got to eat at their guts. They're coming back strong again this year. They lost Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis, but that's not a huge loss.
Not at all.
Nobody gets really excited over the law firm, as they call them.
Yeah, and there was no other losses to the team to begin with, really.
And a couple good pickups in the draft.
Yeah, Chandler Jones, who's got like freakish wingspan, kind of like the Freak, as they call him.
I believe he's related to John Jones, the mixed martial arts light heavyweight champion. So you're not going to want to mess with that family.
And he's related to Chandler Bing because he's Chandler Jones, so he has friends. And they also picked up Dante Hightower from Alabama, linebacker, who, I mean, all the Patriots do is have a great draft on top of already having a team that goes to the Super Bowl every other year.
Yeah, they never really seem to make huge mistakes in the draft, and that's one of the reasons that they're always at the top of the division.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people around here believe that the Jets are the number 2 team, and some people think they're closing the gap. Personally, I think the gap's widening.
It is.
I don't see what the Jets did this year that's going to help them. Tebow causes all sorts of confusion. I mean, Sanchez might have some confidence issues, and then to have people screaming for the backup, that certainly isn't going to help.
They picked up Tony Sparano as our offensive coordinator, who for 3 years with Miami went after field goals, and they haven't even scored in the preseason yet.
Man, never met a field goal he didn't like.
I swear.
The running game hasn't improved. Sean Green, Joe McKnight, there's nothing really to fear there. They still have Wayne Hunter at the right tackle, which, if you watch the Giants preseason game, he was getting beaten like a redheaded mule.
Yep.
Boy, I blew that cliche. Took 2 cliches, slammed them together. There's no great pass rusher on the team. They've improved a little bit of their safeties because Jim Leonard's gone. I like Jim Leonard, but he was always getting hurt.
Yeah, he was hurt.
But there's no great improvement for the Jets. The offense looks to be getting worse, not better. And I don't think anybody's really afraid of the whole T-bone offense or whatever they're going to call it.
No, because some teams figured it out at the end of the year. The Patriots, in the playoffs, wasn't even a contest when Tebow was in. So I don't see where he adds anything. And the Jets, quite frankly, aren't scary on offense. Sean Green isn't a great running back.
Santonio Holmes is a divisive element in the locker room.
Yeah.
I mean, he's talented, but
I think they'll finish second in the division though, because the other teams are so weak.
That's the key to it. The other teams are just too weak. Sorry, Stu.
It's the only prop we have, by the way.
It is our set.
Miami. Although I love the draft pick of Tannehill. We have no wide receivers to speak of. Reggie Bush was exciting to watch last year, but how many games is he going to complete this year? I'm not quite sure. A decent defense, though they haven't shown it in the preseason yet. Our corners are kind of shaky at this point, so I'm a little worried. But I do think they're better than Buffalo.
And they're on Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
So Stewart's been in heaven.
It's great. Lauren Tannehill. Oh.
You've got both Buffalo and Miami with subpar teams. I mean, it's really just that simple.
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo improved the defense significantly with the pickup of Mario Williams.
Did they? Is he that good now?
He's good. I mean, he's a great pass rusher. It's interesting that Williams and Bush are 2 guys that we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
Weren't they 1 and 2 that year?
I believe they were.
And it's a shame that Reggie Bush has never lived up to what he could have been. I mean, can you imagine how good New Orleans would be if Reggie Bush had lived up to first pick status?
Right.
So I think Buffalo's defense has improved. Fitzpatrick is okay.
He's erratic.
He's never going to take you to a championship.
No.
Miami, you're not going to get to the playoffs with Tannehill in his first season.
Not with
Just
this
that
team.
simple.
No, we don't have a wide receiver to throw to. Buffalo, is Fred Jackson healthy? I mean, he broke his leg last year, if I remember. And I love C.J. Spiller. Was he Clemson?
He was a Clemson man.
Yeah. I love C.J. Spiller, but he's not living up to...
Yeah, he hasn't lived up to
Yeah.
expectations. And, there's just not a whole lot to get excited about in Buffalo. So I'm going to go Pats, Jets. I'm going to put the Bills over Miami.
Yeah, it's if Miami beats Buffalo, they're in third, and if Buffalo beats Miami, they're in third. That's how it's going to come down to.
Okay.
All right, so that's your AFC East. We'll be right back.